the theme for today is the fact that we are testing out the different picture modes, because we really want those fabulous Olympus colors, you know. Alright, I hope I haven't screwed up the exposure completely here. We're gunning without a ND filter today. The weather in Bergen is just fantastic, and it's that magic time of year again when the Japanese cherry trees are blooming, and I wanted to show you that. The thing is, when I change into the specification settings, there's a little bit of a roundabout way of doing it in this camera, but when I change to specification settings, you have two picture profiles that you can use. It's flat and OM-Log 400. From one of my previous videos, I'll show you a little clip of it here, I really disliked that sharpening that was happening in those pictures. So, and also what I've seen is that I have a really difficult time correcting for the colors. It becomes kind of green, and I've heard other people comment on this as well, especially for the OM-Log 400 picture profile, but I'm struggling a lot with the flat profile as well. And to be honest, I really enjoy the colors that I get and the picture that I get using the normal picture modes. So I'm in portrait mode now, and let's see how the colors, and especially that horrible over sharpening that's happening. You know, it's not a scientific test. We are outdoors. All right, guys, so check this out. My wife was given this fabulous little Nikon D80 camera. She got it off Finn.no, of an older lady. It's like a Craigslist for Norway. And it had different lenses. We haven't gotten around to testing the camera properly yet, and maybe we'll make more videos about that. This camera is not video capable, but I mean, it's an APS-C sensor, so that's got it going for it, and there was at least 3 lenses with it. So yeah, let us know if you want to hear more about this camera. There's just so many people out enjoying the photo opportunities in Bergen now. It's fantastic. I'm quite obviously not the only vlogger here. All right, so now we are in flat picture profile. I really don't look forward trying to correct for this, but yeah, how is this looking? Am I able to make the colors look good on this at all? And especially, how is the sharpening? Is this looking very sharp? Maybe there are settings we can change in the cameras or in the camera to try to alleviate this over sharpening a bit. Check this out. We got noise incoming here. So any veterans from the first GTA game, they know what I'm thinking right now. So there we are, as we leave our friends behind here. Yeah, why would you want to use the picture profiles like flat or OM-Log? These are basically mathematical ways of trying to increase the dynamic range of the camera, and this is, I mean, it could be quite important. This is a micro four thirds camera, so it naturally has a lower dynamic range probably than a full frame camera. I might be wrong in that, so please let me know in the comments below if I am. But the question is basically the trade-off then. If these profiles are not good enough, I mean not good enough, but if they are really difficult to use, maybe I'll just stick with the normal portrait mode, which I've had very luck, and I've still gotten really good pictures and really good video. So, like, is it worth it? That's the question. Yeah. So I'm walking down this little alley. What do you call this in English? We got trees on both sides. Yeah. We got the sun from the other side. We're still in flat. So, as I really dread trying to correct this, let's change into OM-Log 400 quickly. All right, so here we are in OM-Log 400. Again, what we're looking for is, one, the colors. Did I manage to color correct this at all? I mean, it's probably not helping the white balance, the fact that I'm walking in and out of shadow and bringing the light from all different directions. And you know, the sun is quite high or almost on top of us here, so we could also try to look for exposure, the exposure on these shots. Is it overexposed in certain areas? So the color, the exposure, and now what I really disliked about these picture profiles, the mad over sharpening that was there, right? Is that over sharpening still there? How is this looking? Let's get over to those trees and see if we can get the same shot as before. All right, so here we are again. We are in OM log 400. We got this wonderful Japanese cherry tree behind us. And how is it looking? Is this picture digitally over sharpened? Does it look like it's shot on a cheap cell phone? Because to be honest, that was my experience with these picture profiles. And if that's what we're getting, man, we need to start thinking about ND filters probably, because that extra dynamic range, in my opinion, is not worth it. So we're trying a little bit of a different take on the B-roll here. Instead of making coffee, we're now going to prepare mate, and I got this at Mataderos in Buenos Aires. Check it out. So this is my mate, I really like it. And this is our yerba. I don't remember which kind it was. A little bit of cold water first. All right, this is my Bombisha. I like the flat wide ones. Now let's get some hot water into this. All right, so here we are, safe, back in portrait mode. And do you see the difference here? You know, is the colors better? How is the exposure? I can walk out into the sun here. Am I completely overexposed now, or is that ISO handling it? How is the dynamic range here? These Japanese cherry trees, they are a hallmark of Bergen. I absolutely love them. The spring is the best time of year in Bergen, and I love the way these trees, they're part of the cycle here. You know, first we have the white cherry trees, then the magnolia, and then these Japanese, the pink Japanese cherry trees. Spring is a fantastic time here in Bergen, and it's a great photo opportunity as well, of course. Check this out. Check out these guys here. All right, so as we walk around here in the park, how did you like those different picture profiles? First we tried out portrait mode, which I'm usually happy with. And then we tried out flat picture profile, and then OM log 400. Of course, it's not scientific. We're not in a controlled environment, and also, you know, my skill in trying to color correct this is affecting it, of course. But yeah, how is it looking? Is it like I believe that that horrible over sharpening we get in flat and OM log? Do we see less of it here in portrait mode? And do you guys know any way of reducing that sharpening? I mean, could we do that manually and in the camera? Is that something we could try to look into? Is it worth it? This basically from this light here, I'm in the shadow now, check this out, to this kind of light. This is the most extreme dynamic range we're looking at here. And if the camera can handle it like this, then I don't really see any gain from using those more logarithmic picture profiles or flatter picture profiles. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And wow, everyone is out with their cameras today. It's insane. It's fantastic in Bergen. Do the usual YouTube stuff. If you like the video, remember to leave a thumbs up. If this is your first visit to my channel, please consider subscribing. You'll find that button down there, you know, it's down there. See you guys in the next one.